Are you ready?
Yes! Ooh, yeah!
Hey, what's going on, everybody? For WrestleTrivia, I'm your host, Kevin J. Callis.
Yeah.
And you're watching episode 74 of Wrestling Jeopardy, the interactive game show where you're the contestant.
Does this show suck without ECW or what, huh?
All right. Let's go to the board now and check out the categories that you'll be quizzed on. And hopefully this first one will appease Mr. Heyman. Raw is Extreme. Followed by Separated at Birth. Our third category, the Hall of Pain. Our fourth category, These Themes. And our fifth and final category, as voted on by you, the WrestleTrivia community. The three choices this episode were Dwayne Johnson as Black Adam, Batista as Drax the Destroyer, and John Cena as the Peacemaker. And I am very pleased with these results. The fifth category this episode will be Batista as Drax the Destroyer.
Ha! Thank you.
And that sound means it's time for the 200-point jobber round. Hopefully you answer all 5 of these questions correctly and don't completely embarrass yourself.
Oh no. What the hell?
And let's kick things off with the first clue from Raw is Extreme. In 1997, ECW shockingly invaded WWE, and Paul Heyman engaged in a bitter rivalry with this royal color commentator. Who is Jerry the King Lawler? Up next, we're moving on to Separated at Birth for 200 points, and you'll have to name these two wrestlers with the same last name, the Master of the Diamond Cutter and AEW's Anxious Millennial Cowboy. Who are Diamond Dallas and Hangman Adam Page? On to the third clue of the jobber round, and we're headed into the Hall of Pain. Nicknamed the world's largest athlete, this WWE superstar was the first inductee into Mark Henry's Hall of Pain. Who is the Big Show? And here comes the fourth clue of the jobber round. These themes belong to what superstar? Latino Heat, Viva la Raza, and Lie, Cheat, Steal. Who is Eddie Guerrero? And let's close out the job around with the final clue. It's about Drax the Destroyer. In March 2013, Batista joined the cast of this Marvel Studios sci-fi adventure movie. What is Guardians of the Galaxy?
Did you make a penis? Dude.
Moving on now, let's begin the second round. Each one of these 5 clues will be worth 400 points. And we're starting with another clue from Raw is Extreme. 3 ECW matches were featured on the February 24th, 1997 Raw, as Stevie Richards beat Little Guido, Taz squashed Mikey Whipwreck, and Devon Dudley was defeated by this OG of Extreme. Who is Tommy Dreamer? And we're on to another clue now from Separated at Birth, the phenomenal one and the voice of ECW. Who are AJ and Joey Styles? All right, I'm going to take a quick little break here and tag in a special celebrity guest host. Here to read the next clue from the category, the Hall of Pain, WWE YouTuber extraordinaire. This dude is also a member of Vibe. Ladies and gentlemen, Small Afro.
After 15 years in the business, Mark Henry finally became a world heavyweight champion when he defeated Randy Orton at this 2011 WWE pay-per-view.
And the correct answer here, what is Night of Champions? Moving on to some more music, these themes belong to what superstar? Blood Brother, At Last, and Just Close Your Eyes. Who is Christian? And let's finish up the 400-point round with this clue from Drax the Destroyer. Batista competed for the role of Drax with actor Jason Momoa, who would eventually be cast as this DC Comics superhero. Who is Aquaman?
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
All right, 10 questions down, 15 to go, plus the daily double, a bonus question, and final Jeopardy.
Yeah!
Let's ramp up the difficulty now for the 600-point round and kick things off with another clue about Raw becoming extreme. Vince McMahon attempted to use ECW to try and boost his sagging TV ratings, while in turn ECW was using the WWE to promote this pay-per-view event. And it was their first ever pay-per-view. What is barely legal? And here comes this rather generous bonus question where, if you answer this correctly, you'll double your score.
Woo woo woo! You know it!
Sabu jumped off what letter of the Monday Night Raw sign? What is the letter R?
Wait a minute! Oh my God!
Moving on to another clue about possible brothers from another mother. This clue is from Separated at Birth and it's worth 600 points. The Jamaican Sensation and the Mad King. Who are Kofi and Eddie Kingston? All right, we've reached the halfway point of the game now, and here comes the third clue from the Hall of Pain. Mark Henry's range of victims included the likes of Kane, the Great Khali, as well as this former member of the Ukrainian national football team. Who is Vladimir Kozlov? All right, 2 clues remain in the 600-point round, and I need you to tell me what superstar these themes belong to. Dangerous River, It Just Feels Right, and Love, Fury, Passion, Energy. Who is the lovely Lita? And the final clue of the 600-point round comes to us from Drax the Destroyer. Batista correlates his 7 appearances as Drax to his pro wrestling career, which concluded against Triple H in 2019 at this number WrestleMania. What is WrestleMania 35?
That's a nice nose ring!
No, don't do it!
Moving back across the board now to kick off the 800-point round with this clue from Raw's Extreme. Many top WWE superstars were absent from this episode because they were wrestling a series of international house shows held in this European country. What is Germany? And here comes the second clue of the 800-point round from Separated at Birth. This clue will potentially be worth a lot more than 800 points because this is the daily double, the category. Once again, Separated at Birth. Place your wager now. All right, time's up. Here is this episode's daily double clue. His Lordship and him. And that would be who are Lord Alfred and Carmelo Hayes. On to some more trivia about Mark Henry and his Hall of Pain. This one is worth 800 points. Henry kicked off his Hall of Pain run by turning heel after being picked at this number overall in the first round of the 2011 WWE Draft. Drafted by SmackDown in the first round, what is the 4th overall pick? Moving on now to the 800-point clue from these themes. You need to once again tell me who these themes belong to what superstar. Born in the USA, he's smoking, and rap is crap. One of the most underrated wrestlers in my personal opinion of all time, who is Barry Windham? And here comes the final clue before the 1,000 points main event round. It's once again from Drax the Destroyer. This specific phrase became a meme after Batista ad-libbed the line during filming of Avengers Infinity War. Why is Gamora?
Where is Gamora?
Yeah, I'll do you one better. Who's Gamora? I'll do you one better. Why is Gamora?
All right, we began with the easy job round, but now we're moving on to the extremely difficult main event round. 5 1,000-point questions guaranteed to put your wrestling knowledge to the test.
Do I have your attention now?
And we begin with the final clue from Raw is Extreme, and it is courtesy of WrestleTrivia channel member Jonathan Pepper, who writes, "This referee officiated all 3 ECW matches that night." And this ECW original official just recently retired earlier on in 2025. Who is John Finnegan? Here comes the final clue from Separated at Birth, the Queen of Wrestling, and the Gigolo. Who are Sarah and Jimmy Del Rey? And here comes the final Hall of Pain clue, worth 1,000 points. On the August 19th, 2011 episode of SmackDown, Mark Henry eliminated this WWE superstar to win a 20-man battle royal and become the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. Who is Sin Cara?
Sin Cara just went for the ride.
All right, 2 clues remain, and I need you for the final time to tell me what superstar these 3 themes belong to. Won't Let Go, It's Time, and Prime Time. Who is Cedric Alexander? And let's close out the board with the final 1,000-point clue. It comes from Drax the Destroyer. To transform the animal into an alien mercenary, Batista stood in one spot for several hours as the Guardians of the Galaxy makeup team applied this number of separate latex scars to his body. I know, this is such a total dick move question. I apologize, my bad.
You're an imbecile.
The correct answer, what is 18? All right, 26 clues are down and only 1 separates you from becoming the ultimate WrestleTrivia champion. Don't forget to buy the merch, ProWrestlingTees.com/WrestleTrivia. Let's find out what this episode's final Jeopardy category is. Best Man, Better Man. All right, time is up. Here is the final Jeopardy clue for episode 74. Which wrestler was Ted DiBiase's best man when he married his wife Melanie in December 1981? Was it A, Erwin R. Scheitzer, B, the Junkyard Dog, C, King Kong Bundy, or D, Virgil? Good luck. Now, these two were best friends. They lived near each other in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and traveled together throughout the Mid-South Territory. The correct answer is B, the Junkyard Dog. And that'll do it for another episode of Wrestling Jeopardy. Thanks again so much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. My name is Kevin J. Callis, and I'll see you next time.